Hey there, second semester geometry students. Welcome to the course and Happy New Year. This is Mrs. Williams. I just wanted to make a quick recording to help you guys get started off on the right foot. Second semester, I have put in to the orientation part, so just click orientation here above unit 1. I put in a calendar, a different calendar. So right here is the dynamic scheduler that you used first semester. Second semester, and you can still use this, but I've added something different. I want you guys to check this out. So if you click here, either on the PDF or the Word doc version, the Word doc version I added in just in case you'd like to um, change it. The PDF is there. Hopefully you won't need to change it. What I've done is I've created a calendar and pacing guide for you ready to go day by day. So if you remember from first semester, the dynamic scheduler kind of chunks this course and it says, okay, all this stuff's due Wednesday, all this stuff's due Friday, Wednesday, Friday, Wednesday, Friday throughout the semester. Um, and for some of you that worked well, some of you I know would kind of rather spread it out a little bit. And so you ended up creating something similar to this anyway. So I just went ahead and created it for you. You can see Wednesday, January 4th is supposed to be your iReady test, so you want to get that out of the way. And then on Thursday, January 5th would be when you start in Unit 1, Lesson 1 for geometry. So that's on the schedule for you for Thursday, January 5th, and then 1.02, Lesson 1.02 would be Friday, January 6th, and so on. So you can see that I've created this whole entire schedule for you. Now, there's also something extra that you'll find on this calendar, which are extra credit opportunities. So you can see that on Wednesday, January 25th, you're supposed to do the 1.13, which is the Part 2 test. So 1.13 Unit 1 test, Part 2. And you get extra credit by getting this in on 1/29/17, which is the following Sunday. So what I've done on the Part 2 tests, if you get them in by the Sunday after they're assigned, you get extra credit just for turning it in. Okay, so this is hopefully motivation to keep you guys on schedule and on track, because if you start getting behind, then that extra credit's going to be difficult to get in. So be sure that you're keeping on pace and on this schedule. Okay? If you do happen to get behind, I do have a catch-up plan that I can send to you, so please email me for that. If later, maybe like halfway through the semester, I might actually just post it. But hopefully most of you guys, like I said, this is laid out day by day. If you just do one geometry thing per day, look at where this will put you. This gets you all done with this course May 2nd, Tuesday, May 2nd. Okay, you will be done with this course Tuesday, May 2nd, if you follow this schedule. Okay, so that is great news, and you'll be done super early. You can start your summer break, at least in geometry, if you get all done by May 2nd. So keep that in mind. And then that gives you a little bit of leeway. Like I said, you shouldn't need that, but if just in case you get really sick or have a family situation or something like that. Okay, so you can still go to schedule and create your dynamic scheduler. But you can see if I do that, here are the start and end dates for second semester here, that it's going to chunk it Wednesday and Friday like I was telling you a second ago. So you have 3 things that you've got to get done by Wednesday. So you could choose to do this Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then this stuff's due by Friday, so you'd have to do like Thursday, do a couple things, and then Friday 1.07. So this is, I think, just I mean, it's not as organized as the other version that I'm offering you. So I would highly recommend using that other geometry calendar, downloading that. Always, no matter which one you use, print it out. That way you can highlight it and cross it off each day. I know it sounds simple and silly since we're online, but it's amazing how much that will help you. Okay, let's go back to the main course. I want to show you some other stuff. So let's go back to the main page. You can get to a lot of useful information by clicking Mrs. W's recordings and resources. So let's click there and let's check out what I have. So you can see that I have that calendar and pacing guide here as well for you. I have something a little different here as well. I have the Excel version for you. So this is a little, if you want to modify that a little bit more, you can read these directions here, but you enter in the dates, which actually this should say 1/4/17 and 1/2/17. So be sure to fix that. But this is, for example, some of the breaks that you guys have this semester. And this is on a different tab. So you could download this in Excel and then you'll see these tabs down here. This course information is really helpful. I also have this in a separate document. Some items have been exempted from this second semester. This will give you a list of everything that you're supposed to complete. As I said, I have a separate list that has the same information, and I also have a list of exemptions. So I have it listed a few different ways. I'll show you that here in a second. And then the third tab is the calendar tab, which is what I've already downloaded and created for you. But if you did happen to change it, this would be what you would want to reference. Okay, so let's go back to that initial menu that, so again, you get here by clicking on Mrs. W's recordings and resources. That puts you here to this list. Oh, all right. There we go. So the exemptions that I was talking about, I have a folder for those. So please reference this. Now, if you use the calendar that I created for you, all of this is already taken care of. Where you would need this is if you use the dynamic scheduler and you create the schedule yourself from the dynamic scheduler. Then what you'll want to do is check these lists and make sure that they agree with each other. So this is the list of assignments that are due. So these are the items that you do want to complete. Okay, so you go through and there's quite a few all the way through Unit 7. If you want to just look at the items that are exempted and view it that way, here's that list. So the discussions are exempted. There was a discussion in Unit 1, Unit 3, and Unit 6. You can see entire Unit 6 has been removed, so that's why that's not showing up for you in the course. And then the Unit 2 Part 2 test and the Unit 5 Part 2 test. Now Part 1 test in Unit 2 and Unit 5, you do want to complete those, but the Part 2 tests are exempted. Okay? All right, let's see what else I have in this folder for you. Some wonderful things to help you out. Please, please check out the recordings. These are huge. Okay, so let's look at what I have here. I have, first of all, a bunch of internet resources that I have gone out and found for you guys for geometry. So check those out. But first of all, I would check out my recordings because these are tailored specifically to this course. So you can see that this is you would click here, this link is Elluminate or Blackboard Collaborate. It'll open up a recording for you on lessons 1.02, 1.03, and 1.04. And you don't have to watch all of those at once. You can just watch the lesson for 1.02, for example, if you're on 1.02 that day, and then watch the part of the recording that pertains to 1.03 the next day, and then 1.04, or you can choose to watch it all at once. That part's up to you. But the Class Connect recordings, which is the page we're on right now, you can see the Class Connect recordings title up here. These are going to be more general, but I do go through some examples, and I've taught this course many years now, and so I have picked out the problems where students struggle the most. So most likely if you're having trouble, your question is going to be answered here. If it's not answered here, then you can go to my Tutor Time recordings, and I can guarantee you that it's probably answered here if it's not answered in the Class Connect. So I have those same internet resources at the top, but what I have down below are some Tutor time recordings. So these are specific questions that students have had. They come into me, we have no agenda. They just say, hey, Mrs. Williams, can you help me on lesson 1.10, number 2? I didn't get that quiz question right. Can you please go over that with me? Okay. Some of them don't start at the beginning, so you'll see that I have the time 22 minutes, 18 seconds, that you can just slide the recorder to get to 1.10 really quick so you don't have to watch everything before that since it doesn't pertain to 1.10. So this will get you right to where you need to be very quickly, and these are usually 5 minutes or less. So if you missed a quiz question, or if you want to view this before you take the quiz, please do that. Okay, this is to help you. And so you can see that sometimes there are more than one quiz, and same thing on my Class Connect recordings. A lot of times there's more than one recording for that specific lesson. Okay? Let me go back really quickly to my Class Connect recordings. I just remembered I forgot to show you something. You can see, for example, 1.09 is a trouble area, and so I have a bunch of different recordings for 1.09. So please, please watch these, okay? These are gonna help you. I guarantee they're gonna help you get a better grade in this course. Okay, so check these out, and let's see if I missed anything else. Nope, I think that's it. So have a great second semester. Please email me, come to Tutor Time if you have questions, and I will be around this semester to help you out. Good luck.